I've had this look on for a really long time today, and I know it's starting to look a little bit flaky, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit because I did get asked about how I created certain aspects of it, particularly the really ethereal, icy type of highlight and the tear. If you are familiar with my work, you know that I do a lot of tears in my makeup, different types of tears. And because of Euphoria, tears are trending now. So I wanted to talk about how I did this one. I got asked a lot about it, like I said. So it's actually pretty simple to do. One thing with any type of character makeup, or when you were working with any type of texture, that you want to anticipate is that people are going to ask you what was your inspiration behind it. And knowing what you're like, having an inspiration behind your work, it really helps you to kind of focus where you want it to go a little bit more. It also, I find for me personally, when I have a specific inspiration for my work, it gives it a little bit more character and precision. So, for example, today I was challenged with looking like a winter fairy queen, winter something. So I went with a winter nymph, hence the mistletoe deer ear vibe I have going on. So I really needed this particular tier to look icy. So we have the texture with the crystals look frozen, and then for the tier, like for the liquidy part of the tier, to look very wet, right? So you can apply the gemstones at any point that you want, that you feel comfortable with. If you feel like applying the base for the tier first and the gemstones second, of course, by all means, whatever works easier for you. Personally, for me, I like to lay down the textured pieces first. So whatever has more texture, just because it gives me personally more of an idea of where I'm going to lie down the glitter and any base I might put under the glitter. So we're gonna start off with the crystals. So I have these little icy looking guys. You can get them at Michael's craft store, or you can get them in bulk from Amazon at Michael's. They're $5.99. They come in 3 different sizes. So these are the medium size. They also have like an extra large size and a tiny size. My head is kind of medium in length, and it's a bit small width-wise. So this size really works for me. A little bit longer might seem a little bit odd for a tier. So I recommend using lash glue. If you are really, really concerned, some people use latex as a glue. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. It's not great for sensitive skin, and also can be kind of a pain to take off if you're not used to it. So this Chartist Pro Lash Glue is actually really good for sensitive skin, and I find it holds gemstones on pretty well. So I'm also gonna take time with this tier, time that I didn't get with the other side. So we're gonna get to do some, I'm gonna at least get to have a little bit more fun with it. Okay, so now that I've got my icicle tears on, I can add a little bit more sparkle to them if I want to before I add the glitter. So I have these really icy kind of stones. I have one here. And I'm just gonna go to town. It's okay to get glue in places that you don't necessarily want it, or to put down a little too much, because it is lash glue. And it's one of the reasons that I like to do the glitter part second, is because it'll hide all of that. I'm gonna put another one here. This side is really clean, it's one drop, but because this side has a couple more drops, you can put these other little crystals pretty much anywhere you want, because it's really just gonna create more dimension in your tear. The other benefit of using lash glue is it's really, really easy to remove. Right, you can just use a little bit of a makeup removing oil. Other types of glue and adhesive are not necessarily great for doing a look that you want to be able to get off really, really fast, or that you might need to get off really, really fast. I also want to take the time to say, use common sense when you're working with adhesives for your skin. Don't use anything that's not approved safe for skin, like nail glue or Gorilla Glue or anything weird and chemically like that. Not only is it not good for your skin and is it going to be kind of awful for you to take off, but it can cause some serious health issues, especially if you're using it by your mouth or your nostrils or your eye. It's just not a good idea. Work with glues that say that they're safe for skin or eyes specifically. So now that we have our stones laid, we can lay the base for the glitter and kind of shape our tear. So we can see where the teardrops are gonna fall. I'm just gonna take, for this one, I just used a couple of different types of glitter, and I had already laid down a highlight for this one because I've been wearing my look for a while and it's kind of a little bit too wet. I'm just gonna lie down a little bit of a silver eyeshadow base. Just anywhere that I'm gonna lay down the glitter. You can do this even if your skin is really dry and you haven't been wearing your makeup all day. It's just gonna give it more texture and make it look a little bit more wet. So now I'm gonna lay down the glitter. And remember how I said it's okay if you get your lash adhesive in the wrong place. It's just gonna make the glitter stick more, so it's fine. If you're working with loose glitter, you should be laying down a glitter glue or a glitter primer anyway. Otherwise, it's not gonna stick the way that you want it to, but this is a glitter gel that already has all the holds for your skin that you're gonna need in it already. These are great. They come in, I believe, 6 different colors from Urban Decay. Fantastic. You can use them on any part of your face, your body, your hair. Really, really great. And my hair is like a mess. But I'm gonna work with a couple of these. This one is Disco Daydream. I'm also gonna use Saturday Stardust. So Disco Daydream is gonna be my base. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna use the most of. Now, you don't have to work with different types of glitter, right? Especially if you're putting down a metallic base first. It's just something that I really like to do because I think it's going to give, especially this type of a very like liquidy, icy type of a tear, just a little bit more character. So this is where the Saturday Stardust is gonna come in. And I'm not gonna be neat about where I'm placing it. And now, just for a little bit more fun, I'm gonna add a little bit of this. This is the Distortion eyeliner, heavy metal eyeliner, also from Urban. And then you just wait a minute or two for it to dry, and that's it. Once it's dry, those are your tears.